Welcome live to Albert L. Gutterson Fieldhouse on UVM's campus in Burlington, Vermont, and Heritage Ford Field for the inaugural season of Vermont Bucks football. Welcome to our live coverage on NSNSports.net. Rob Ryan, great to be with you. A new venture from Tim Vaines here in Vermont, bringing a team in the Canadian American Indoor Football League to Burlington, Vermont to play here at Gutterson Fieldhouse. And as you can see, a very different look than most Catamount fans are used to seeing on the ice surface here at Gutterson Fieldhouse. It is Heritage Ford Field donned in orange for the Bucks as they get set to take on the Connecticut Chiefs. Now, been a little bit of a technical glitch here in the arena. The sound system has gone out for a public address, so don't believe we're going to get to the anthem. They did the coin flip at center. It was won by the Connecticut Chiefs. They have elected to defer here in the first half as we get ready for play. For those of you new to indoor football, not much different than the football you watch every single Saturday or Sunday in the college and the pro ranks. The goal is to get 10 yards every couple of downs, and the goal is, of course, to put it in the end zone. You just shrink it down, a 50-yard field between end zones to end zones, so the 25 is midfield here at Gutterson Fieldhouse. And action, a lot of action, pinball scoring, of course, here in the indoor football leagues. It is common to see scores upwards of 50 points in these games per team. And as you can hear in the crowd reaction behind us, we are ready for football. The Bucks will start with the football. Tyrell Brown is back to receive. The kick starts from the goal line. All the same football rules apply. Put it into the end zone. The only difference is if you are knocked into the sideboards, you are down by contact. Or if the runner not contacted ends up going on top of the wall. Everything before that is fair game. Eight players per side. Three down linemen, a quarterback, a running back, and three wide receivers. A little bit of Canadian football rules, as the running backs, or rather the wide receiver, can get a head start to the line of scrimmage. And after hearing about 2/3 of the starting lineup for the Bucks before the public address system went dead, we are now ready for some football. We'll get to some rules as far as the ceiling is concerned. It's out of play, as are the scoreboard and any of the lights above the surface, taught to an official prior to the game. As Franco Biacamaro gets set to put the ball in motion. Crowd still buzzing in the background as we're waiting for one more wall to be fixed on the far side of the field. It's in the end zone marked with the green Vermont to our right. Not the end zone currently in your view. There's a wall just behind our second camera downstairs as you get the long shot of Heritage Ford Field here at Gutterson Fieldhouse. As soon as they get that tidied up, we'll be ready for play. 4 15-minute quarters is Bucky the Buck in the stands, getting the crowd fired up. Yet another great mascot here in Vermont, right up there with Champ, Rally, and all the rest of the well-knowns. But this is an exciting venture here in Vermont. It was interesting to see what the reception was. Phones in the ticket office today stopped by around 2 o'clock this afternoon. Phones have been busy all day with people calling and inquiring about tickets. VermontBucks.com is the website to go to. Bud Light live stream is ready for football, and we hope you are too. We hope that end wall where the boards are is ready as well. Head coach Irving Bryson has been pounding the pavement all throughout the state, along with Tim Vaines, to get this venture off the ground. And the arena looks great. The team is ready. And Bian Camaro may now approach the football to the delight of this big crowd. Low line drive kick, bounces at the 10, picked up a step inside of the end zone. Out of the end zone, the Bucks on the run to midfield. And taken down is Brown. And the Bucks will start just shy of the 25. Offensive line of Timothy Hammond. Taquan Murray will snap the ball. And Raphael Smiley on the right side. Two split to the far side. They approach line upon snap. Back to pass to Stephen Cologne deep down the sideline, and it is incomplete. So they go right to the end zone. And the receiver just could not hang on. That was Jordan Snelling on the right side. Stefan Cologne. The quarterback now 0 for 1. Again, same setup. Snelling. Split far wide to the right. One running back on 2nd and 10. In motion to the line. A couple of folks are offside, and let's see who this offside will go against. It is an offside on the Connecticut Chiefs. Cologne back to the huddle with Irving Bryson on the field with his team, standing just shy of the 15-yard line behind the play. Once again from the shotgun formation, Brandon Rowe split to the near side. Two wide receivers to the right. Cologne waves them forward. On the snap, everybody's onside and good. Deep, down the middle and too far, over top of the end wall. Diving out of play, much to the delight of this crowd, Devin Mackey. And that is what they're looking for here at Heritage Ford Field on 3rd down and 5. Just a little sample of the action, not even a minute in. Devin Mackey and Snelling once again to the right. Again on the near side, Brandon Rowe. Cologne looking at the left side to Rowe. The back in the backfield is Cabrini Goncalves. Everybody's onside again. Cologne over the middle, has a man caught. Good for a first down and more, down to the 6-yard line. Brandon Rowe. First and goal for the Bucks. Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. Goncalves to the right of Cologne. All three receivers to the left side of the line. To the right side goes Rowe. On the handoff, Goncalves hitting the backfield, spins away from trouble first. Second time, he cannot escape. John Charles Milome first on the contact for the Connecticut Chiefs, and that'll bring up 2nd and goal to go from the 12. So the first run play we've seen from the Bucks goes for a loss of 6. 15-minute quarters, and we are 4 minutes deep into the first. Only possession of the game so far for either team. Bucks trying to get in the end zone on their first possession of their season. Cologne with 2 in motion, 1 from each side. Cologne back to pass, has time over the middle, touchdown! Jordan Snelling strikes across the middle, and the Bucks are on the board. Carl Ojala for the extra point. A slender upright just beyond the plexiglass. Kick is up, and it is wide to the right. So no good on the PAT. 6-0 Bucks in the lead with 10:05 left to play in the first quarter. And now the Bucks defense will have to set up to stop. And it looks like maybe we're going to do this kick again. There was a penalty flag on the play. Looks like the Connecticut Chiefs potentially were either offsides or had an illegal shift on the defense. Irving Bryson trotting out. And it looks like he wants to try and go for two here now. As he pulls Ojala back. And it looks like now they have too many players on the field. Bucks have 9 set up. And a timeout taken by the Bucks on a PAT. Irving Bryson not happy with his charges right now. 10 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6-zip Bucks on a PAT we wait. Snelling with a 12-yard touchdown reception over the middle. Bucky the Buck trying to get the fans into it on the far side. You see him in the background there. This has taken a long time for a PAT, that's for sure. But the fans are into it, and that's the good news. And now the flag will come out, and this will be too many men. And now Ojala will come back out to kick it. I don't know what's been the worst breakdown here tonight, the public address system or this point after. I'm also not sure the clock was supposed to be running that whole time. It's down to 10:05. No one has seemed to notice. Ojala will be backed up now. He'll have to kick it from the 15. A very slender upright to try and make it 7-zip Bucks. Carl Ojala. Snap was a high one, placed down well, and the kick is up, and it is good. So after 2 attempts, a couple of penalties, a timeout, it's a touchdown. Snelling over the middle for 12 yards. And the Bucks take their lead in their inaugural game here at Heritage Ford Field inside Albert L. Gutterson Fieldhouse. Rob Ryan, NSNSports.net, glad to be here for Vermont Bucks football. This is a great venture being put forth by this group as we get another look at the PAT that finally happened. As Ojala was able to line it up and knock it through. Now the Bucks defense will get a chance. Up over top and into the upper deck here at Gutterson. 10:05 left to play. Vermont to kick from the end zone. And they kick it, you see, from the right and the left, trying to avoid the scoreboard that has been lifted higher to the ceiling here at Gutterson. But we've already seen one light stanchion taken out here at Gutterson as a high end-over-end kick. avoids all the riffraff up top, and it's taken in by the Connecticut Chiefs' Maurice Easterling. Easterling driven into the near side boards, again, much to the delight of this crowd. Every time someone goes into the wall, this crowd loves it. First possession for the Chiefs. Lance Richardson, Jeff Ward, Reggie Thomas, Valtre Jackson, Tyrell Brown, Cabrini Goncalves, Sharon Irwin, Kevin Bless, Jamie Holbrook, and John Lattimore, the defensive lineup for the Vermont Bucks. Lattimore left side of the line. Richardson a linebacker. 2 linebackers, 3 down linemen, 3 defensive backs. As back to pass, Chiefs down the sideline. Flag comes out as it was intended for Easterling. And this may be a hold on the defense. Tyrell Brown. Maybe not. It is on the Bucks. And it is illegal hands. So they mark off the penalty, puts the ball at the 21-yard line. Chiefs quarterback Dino Mancinelli. Mancinelli works under center. 1 running back, 2 split wide out to the left, 1 to the near side right. Taylor Ekstrom, the lone receiver on the near side of the field. In motion on the far side, it's a run play. Hand off to Andino. Andino driven into the far side wall. Trying to dig for a couple of more yards was Ruben Andino. But the Bucks defense shut that down right quick. Another flag on the play. We await the flag here. Illegal motion on the offense. That'll set him back 5 yards. So the 5 that gained on the illegal hands will give right back with an illegal motion. Head coach Carl Bond of the Chiefs didn't like the call, still discussing it with the referees, and it's less a discussion as they are working the horn on the near sideline. They're trying to get the attention of the officials. And finally, one of the officials hears the pleas. And they'll go over and check out the scoreboard operator. Bucks with a 7-0 lead on the Chiefs. It wasn't going to be easy on inaugural night. First and foremost, they've turned this hockey-only arena, and that's all this place has ever really done is hockey. And they've managed to put a pretty decent looking football field down here. And now an official's timeout on the field, as I believe they've got to discuss a little bit of a clock or scoreboard issue. We will step aside while they sort things out. NSN's coverage of the Vermont Bucks in their inaugural game in their first ever season here in Burlington, Vermont. They've got a 7-0 lead on a Snelling 12-yard touchdown catch. Back with more of the first quarter after this on nsnsports.net. Back live at Heritage Ford Field in Gutterson Fieldhouse. Connecticut Chiefs with the football for the first time. They've got a 1st and 15 from the 15. Mancinelli under center. Running back is Andino just to his right, and we've got more whistles and a timeout taken by the Connecticut Chiefs. So another timeout, as this is off to a bit of a rocky start from the standpoint of some technical things on the field. Players are getting used to being back in season. Not a lot of prep time for these teams leading into this one. This is their first game. Mancinelli back under center once again. Wide receivers all to the left of him. Back to pass, looking deep down the middle. Has a man, and it is caught for a touchdown. A tremendous catch by Taylor Ekstrom. And we'll see where the flag comes in. There's 2 of them now. I think the touchdown is going to count. It might be a flag after the play. But the Chiefs now with a chance to get this game tied at 7. The pass interference is waved off. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Ekstrom after the play. But let's look at this perfect strike. Mancinelli deep down the middle. And that's a heck of a catch, as Brown was right there and got a hand in too on the left arm of Ekstrom. And Ekstrom fought through it and still was able to cradle it and carry it into the boards and hold on to it. So we'll see where this one is assessed. I think it'll be assessed likely after the kick. Again, when you're dealing with a 50-yard field, not a lot of space to mark off penalties. Once again, Carl Bond, the head coach of the Connecticut Chiefs, not pleased with that last call. They'll back it all the way up. And they'll kick it from midfield. So for a chance to tie the game at 7-7 after the big long touchdown pass. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. 8:05 left to play in the first quarter. Tied at 7-7. Vermont Bucks, Connecticut Chiefs on nsnsports.net. Back for the kickoff. Bucks, Chiefs tied at 7-7. Been a bit of a choppy first quarter. Off the scoreboard, and that's a dead ball. You know, they've been careful to kick it off from the side most of the time. That time they tried to go up the middle, and it did not work out. So the spot of the ball will be right at the 25, and the Bucks are already halfway home. Second possession for the Bucks, a 12-yard touchdown pass to Snelling on their first drive. Cologne with Goncalves next to him once again. Rowe out to the near side. Two in motion, race to the line on the right. Cologne takes off to run down the sideline. One man to beat, and he just sticks his hand out of bounds and then takes a shot. And that'll be an additional flag. Cologne just decided to take off down the left sideline, and he stuck the ball up over top, which is basically declaring yourself dead. Unsportsmanlike conduct. And with just under 7 minutes left to play, the Bucks trying to grab back the lead. Cologne calls his lineman back. Goncalves again to the right side of Cologne. Rowe to the near side. Mackey and Snellings to the right. They start at the 15, race to the line. On the snap, it's a pitch. Goncalves spinning down to the 3-yard line, taken down by a whole horde of Chiefs. And then a flag comes out behind the play, as things are a little testy here in the first quarter between these two teams. If you're looking to start a rivalry, these two teams are doing it here in game one. Personal foul on the Chiefs. And again, the Chiefs have unraveled a bit here. That's their third personal foul here in the first quarter. Ball spotted on the 1-yard line. Cologne. Not a lot of room to work with as Snellings. They do the old fake, reverse it into the end zone, touchdown! Goncalves took the direct snap and ran it in on the right side, as Cologne sold the fake bad snap, and it's now 13-7 in favor of the Bucks. Ojala for the PAT. Low snap, they're not going to get it down. They'll have to pass it back. Ojala for the reception, and it's nearly picked off. Knocked down a nice defensive play by Marquise Eberhardt. As you get another look at the direct snap to Goncalves. Puts the Bucks up 13-7. This is a great fake snap play. And that first lineman for the Chiefs was the only one they had to fool. That was Gene Johnson. And as soon as he bit too hard, that was it. Goncalves could just walk into the end zone. And the Bucks have scored on their only 2 possessions. Who's going to get a stop first? 6:21 left to play in the first. Ojala. High end over end kick, avoids everything. Caught by Easterling just inside the goal line to the 10. Easterling dragged down at the 11. Terrific tackle by Kelvin Amparo. So Dino Mancinelli back to work. A long touchdown pass to start on their first possession. Hopefully this game will get into a bit of a rhythm. It's been choppy as far as penalties and delays and such. But with 5:44 left in the first, 13-7. Bucks with the lead. Mancinelli takes the snap. Out to the side. Caught by Eberhardt. Taken down immediately. Good defensive play there. Play goes for 8 yards. Simple little out pattern. That's one of the great advantages that you have in the CFL and in the Arena Leagues. You can approach the line as a wide receiver at full speed. Kevin Sylvester on the near side, now out to block on the little screen pass. Taken down immediately was Eberhardt. Good enough for the first down, though, as they cross midfield at the 22-yard line. So the Chiefs now playing a little small ball, going for short yardage plays. First and 10 for the Chiefs as time ticks down to 4:23 left to go. Joe Thomas, the center. Mancinelli underneath, and another timeout taken. Nope, delay a game. Chiefs took too much time. So first and 15 now, far side. Eberhardt can't hang on to it. He was ducking out of the way of trouble and heard the footsteps a-coming. Another whistle. And a timeout. Solid crowd on hand here for this first night, St. Patrick's Day. For those of you watching across the country, hopefully you've had a safe and fun St. Patrick's Day so far. Would be remiss if I didn't mention a few things. First and foremost, happy birthday to my father. Back home watching in New Jersey, we hope, and having a great night on his birthday. And happy 4th wedding anniversary to my wife. This is just our pregame show here tonight before we celebrate, and they've got the public address back up and working with the music. That'll add a little atmosphere here. Eberhardt, Easterling, and Sylvester all out to the left side of Mancinelli. Handoff though to Andino, and he is brought down to the backfield. A loss of 1 yard. Kevin Bless in on the stop. Third down now as the Bucks defense trying to hold. Mancinelli, two in motion, one from each side. Back to pass, goes short to the near side. Caught and brought down right away on a stiff tackle by Jeff Ward. Ball came loose, but the whistles are stopping play. Eberhardt made the catch, but he was well short of the first down.
Let's make some noise!
Fourth down and 9 for the Chiefs. Get another look at that play and tackle, and just a terrific step up by Bless at the 20 to stop that play in its tracks. Irving Bryson urging the crowd to get into it from field level.
Okay, Burlington, get behind your butts. Let's hear it. Defense! Defense!
Mancinelli under center.
Defense! Defense!
Runners in motion.
Defense!
Mancinelli over the middle, too high and wide for Easterling to catch, and it's 4 and out. And the Bucks will get the ball back, leading 13-7. Couple of good tackles, and the Connecticut Chiefs tried to play a bit of a short game there, and the Bucks did a great job of keeping any receivers in front of them. And now Stephen Cologne will go back to work. Two wide receivers to the right. Snellings in motion along with Mackey. Deep down the sideline for Rowe, and it's just a little too far as Rowe tried to turn and look and got tangled up. Fans wanted a call, not going to get it. Second and 10 for the Bucks. Back to pass, Cologne steps up, has room, face to the left, and then is brought down across the 20-yard line. Second time that Cologne is taken off, and he's able to pick up the first down.
First down, Bucks.
First quarter comes to an end. A lot of action, a lot of excitement inside Gutterson Fieldhouse at Heritage Ford Field. Bucks 13, Chiefs 7. Back with the second quarter after this on nsnsports.net. Start of the second quarter here from Heritage Ford Field. An exciting, if not oddly paced first quarter. There have been some technical glitches behind the scenes. Public address was down and now the music's back, so this place is rocking a little bit more. As things start out here in the second quarter, with the Bucks a chance to go up by 2 scores. Stephen Cologne with 2 wide receivers off to his right, looks to the right, has Mackey caught and driven out of bounds, but good enough for a first down and a gain of 11. Mackey, Rowe, and Snellings have been the targets. They've run the ball just a handful of times. Goncalves also had the touchdown run, but that was right from the 1-yard line. Goncalves here takes the tip and nearly had to come off the hands. Flag comes in after the tackle, and it's going to be a holding, and it's going to be on the Bucks. So the Bucks haven't had a lot of success so far with the run game. The touchdown was a direct snap fake. On a fake bad snap. That was their second score. A 12-yard touchdown catch by Snellings from Cologne was the first. That'll back him up to the 19-yard line. Goncalves in the backfield with Cologne. Mackey and Snellings start deep. That's Rowe will start deep. Play allowed to continue. Deep down the sideline, Mackey, touchdown! Chiefs were going to be offsides. That penalty will be declined. And the Bucks take a 19-7 lead. I tell you what, the passing game has been good.
Touchdown Bucks. Brought to you by Green Mountain Harley-Davidson.
So they'll try and go for 2 here. And Irving Bryson needs to take a timeout. They just cannot get the PAT set. He needed his quarterback out there, and the quarterback wasn't out there.
Timeout on the field. Timeout brought to you by Park Place Tavern. 38 Park Street in Essex Junction. Remember, you can dine with the Bucks at the Park Place Tavern.
So the kicker's still not out there. And still neither the quarterbacks. They're going to direct snap this to Goncalves, who is the back in the backfield. He'll take it and run to the left. Up the middle, has some room and into the end zone for the PAT conversion. Put 2 on the board for the Bucks. 21-7, they're up 2 touchdowns. With 13:02 left to go in the first half.
Brought to you by Wendel's Furniture.
Bud Light live stream from Gutterson Fieldhouse and Heritage Ford Field. Great to be with you, Rob Ryan, on NSNSports.net. First professional football game in Vermont, and the first football game played here on campus since the mid-70s, when UVM disbanded the football program. And it's an interesting marriage, this town and football. High school football, of course, as you know, and as fans of NSNSports.net know, extremely big in the Green Mountain State. Pro football divided between the Patriots and the Giants on both sides of the lake. As Ojala puts it in the air. Again, avoids all the banners, but puts this one into the end zone and out the back of the end wall. And the Chiefs will start from midfield. Just the overall popularity of football says that this venture will make sense, as football fans finally have something to come out and see, and the action has been good. And anytime anyone goes into the end or side wall, this place pops. Mancinelli under center for the Connecticut Chiefs. Ekstrom in motion, hits the line in stride with the snap. Big rush, big sack, ball's loose. Bucks pick it up, then drop it again. Now they've got it. Touchdown! Jamie Holbrook. Mancinelli was on the ropes. The Bucks put him on skates, stripped the ball, and walked into the end zone for a touchdown. So Holbrook finds the end zone and then finds his people in the stands. Holbrook coming at you from Milton, Vermont, and the crowd loves it. Better than that, it's 27-7, Bucks up with the PAT by 3 touchdowns. It's on the way, and it is no good. He missed it. I believe it went wide to the left, nearly blocked. So 27-7, Bucks plus 20 in their home debut on NSNSports.net. Heritage Ford Field at Gutterson Fieldhouse jumping on a Friday night St. Patrick's Day. The home team Bucks in their debut lead the Chiefs 27-7. 11.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Ojala to kick it off from left to right. Low line drive kick, angled toward the far side, and again it goes out of play, and it'll be put at the 25-yard line. Ojala doesn't want to do that, I don't think. In case you're wondering what the league is, as we mentioned right at the top of the telecast, this is the Can-Am Indoor Football League. Their new commissioner and their inaugural commissioner is Lawrence Fisher, and we'll have him here at halftime to chat a little bit about the league, some of the teams in it. And a little bit more about this venture with Mr. Fisher when we come away at the half. Still got a shade under 11 minutes to get to that. Mancinelli, his last play was a disaster. A strip sack for a fumble touchdown, and a long pass over the middle is just over the fingertips of Maurice Easterling. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pace is starting to pick up for this game just a bit, although I will say the Chiefs are a little more deliberate than the Bucks are. There was a flag on that last play. A 15-yard penalty on the Bucks. Didn't see it. But that'll send the Chiefs up to the 10-yard line. Mancinelli. Straight drop back, looking to the right side, has a man caught. Tyler Ekstrom made the catch, and he was knocked into the side wall at about the 3-yard line. So this will be 2nd and goal. Mancinelli back again. He's under pressure. Rolls to the left. Lost the handle on it, but it is just off the fingertips of the Bucks defensive back, Reggie Thomas. Clock stopped. And another timeout on the field.
All right, Burlington, you're having a good time right now. I need you all to get barbed wire. Yeah, DJ, turn it down one time. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to take a second right here at Gutterson to acknowledge not only our home team Bucks, not only the visiting Connecticut Chiefs, but also all of our football players, past and present, in the stands here tonight. If you are a past or present football player, please stand up so we can recognize you right now. Let's hear it for them, guys. That's good, but I think you guys can do better.
Vermont Bucks action returns to Gutterson Fieldhouse. Next weekend as the Ontario Niagara Spartans come to town. A 7:05 start next week. Bucks off to a good start here with a 20-point lead in their home debut. Four straight home games to start the year for the Bucks. Third down for Vermont.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, any balls that go over the wall are
Mancinelli back out under center.
Let's hear it for the Vermont Bucks.
Crowd has been into it since the opening kick. Mancinelli under center. Ekstrom and Easterling to his left as they approach the line. On the snap. Third and goal into the end zone, knocked away. Good defensive play by Tyrell Brown to the Bucks. So that'll set up a third down. There was a penalty earlier that took it down away. So actually, nope, they are going to turn it over now. It is fourth down. Big stop here for the Bucks if they can get it. They've already scored twice on offense and once on a strip sack fumble recovery for a touchdown. And now on third and goal from the 3, a chance to get the ball back already with a 20-point lead. Mancinelli once again under center. Ekstrom in motion, sacked in the backfield. Once again, it's Jamie Holbrook, the Milton native. And the Bucks hold on D. Holbrook's second huge defensive play of the game. The first time he picked up the fumble and walked it into the end zone. And this time it's a fourth and goal sack as Mancinelli couldn't get out of the way. That is just good penetration by Holbrook, the big fella. And Mancinelli with nowhere to go. Irving Bryson patrolling the sidelines. He's got to be ecstatic about his team's debut. So back to work on offense for the Bucks. Stephen Cologne from the shotgun, 2 in motion, and once again the Chiefs jump. That is the third time the Chiefs have jumped defensively, trying to get a head start and just not timing it right. So that'll push the ball ahead for the Bucks by about 10 yards. Out to the 16. Check that, 5 yards out to the 16. Six minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Bucks lead 27-7. Stephen Cologne from the shotgun, 2 in motion on his left. Takes the low snap, hands it off, plenty of room up the middle. And it's going to be a Bucks touchdown. Cabrini Goncalves, his second of the game. And the Bucks take a 33-7 lead.
Touchdown, Bucks.
Goncalves' second of the night. Ojala will come out for the PAT. And again, that's just a terrific handoff. Great blocking up front, and Goncalves does the rest. Ojala for the PAT. It's on the way, and it is good. Much to this crowd's delight.
Made by your local Pittsburgh, Vermont resident Carl Ojala.
34-7 with 5:28 to play in the first in the first half on NSNSports.net. VermontBucks.com to get your tickets to the next Vermont Bucks home game coming at you next Saturday night, the 25th. 7:05 against the Ontario Niagara Spartans. New Hampshire Brigade comes to town on Friday, March 31st. And back on Saturday, the Glens Falls Gladiators are in town. 4-game home stretch to open up the inaugural season of Vermont Bucks football. Other teams in the Can-Am Indoor Football League: Rochester Kings, Cap City Bulls out of Texas. It's a non-league game for them, as Ojala's kick again ends up beyond the end wall for a start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore Vengeance will be here in town. That's another non-league game on April 29th. Back to league play in the Can-Am Indoor Football League, the Boston Blaze. And those are all division games. And then, of course, the Niagara Falls Thunder. TJ down low, cutting and scratching, getting things jumping here at Gutterson. And this has been an entertaining evening so far, no doubt. Mancinelli once again under center. He has been under duress the last two possessions, and they sold close to the action seats, and it's less close to the action and more in the action when you're on the sidelines. A couple of beers got dumped there. Everybody's all right. They're less a beer, that's for sure. And on St. Patrick's Day, unacceptable. The lesson is always hold your beer. 4 minutes left to play. Another timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout too. NSN Sports bringing you live Vermont Bucks of the Canadian American Indoor Football League. The very first season of the league and the very first season of the Vermont Bucks. We'll have all the live play-by-play here at home all season long, and they're off to a terrific start, leading 34-7 on the Connecticut Chiefs.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time now brought to you by Three Brothers on 973 Roosevelt Highway, Colchester. Bring your tickets up with you when you dine and receive a great discount at Three Brothers.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, check out Bucky over here by the DJ booth. Bucky's looking for the best dancer in the whole crowd. Who's the best dancer out there? We're looking for him. DJ Kanga, cut it up one time so these guys can get busy.
Back to pass, Mancinelli has a man to his right. It's caught. Far side for Eberhardt. He's taken to the wall just shy of the 15. It'll be short of a first down by about a yard. So third down now and 1. Mancinelli has Andino in the backfield. He's had a carry or two, not much action from him. Mancinelli back to pass, looking left over the middle, has a man caught. Easterling trying to fight his way through traffic, gets down to the 8-yard line before he's finally dragged down by a couple of Bucks in orange. Jeff Ward was in on the tackle. This crowd has been into it since the kickoff. They have been loud. They've been into the game. And by all indications, they're having a good time, and why not? Their home team right now as we approach 2:35 left to play in the first, leading 34-7. Mancinelli again under center with Easterling in motion as he hits the line. Mancinelli to the left, has room, throws instead, nearly picked off. As cutting in front was Lance Richardson to get a hand on it and knock it down. Second and goal to go from the 7. And a timeout taken by the Connecticut Chiefs with 1:39 left to play in the first half. Rob Ryan, NSNSports.net, back at the conclusion of the first half in just a sec.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we can get a big round of applause for the Vermont Bucks head coach, Irvin Bryson.
Connecticut approaches the line in the final 1:39 of the first half, trailing 34-7 to the Vermont Bucks. They desperately need a score here. Little rocket screen. Eberhardt stops shy at the 2-yard line as the Bucks chase that down, and then we've got a little extra as a couple of players go into the second row, and there's going to be a scrum on the left-hand side. Multiple flags come out as tempers start to flare. It has been a chippy one from the get-go, that is for sure. Terrific tackle on the near side by Tyrell Brown to prevent that. And then afterwards, just a lot of extra blocking. As Jamal Aline just drove the Vermont Buck player into the corner wall and knocked him through the back of it, and that got the scuffle going. And we'll see how they sort this out. A reminder at halftime, the commissioner of the newly minted Can-Am Indoor Football League, Lawrence Fisher, will join us, talk about the league, talk about the Bucks' inaugural season and how it's all come about, and what he thinks here of this first night. We'll get to all of it coming up at the half. Personal foul on 3 different players. They all offset. 2 personal fouls on Connecticut, 1 on the Bucks. That'll set up 3rd down once again. Irving Bryson takes a timeout, and he's called his whole team over. Doesn't look like he's going to be granted this timeout. And so right back to play we go.
Let's make some noise for your Bucks in the gut!
Bucks need one more defensive stop here on 3rd down with 1:15 left to play, and the clock stopped. Second quarter action on nsnsports.net. Mancinelli under center on third down after all the fireworks after that play. Eberhardt goes in motion from right to left. Handoff up the middle, and Dino stopped at the line and dragged down behind the line. Terrific first contact by Valtre Jackson. And that'll set up fourth down. Goal to go. Ball now spotted at the 4-yard line. .56 seconds left to go. Fourth down. Mancinelli under center once again. And Dino just to his right, failed on that last. They'll do a little fade toward the left side. Intercepted! And I think this is coming back on a pass interference call. I think Reggie Thomas got a little bit of a push off, and that gave him the advantage to go up and get that. So on fourth down, we'll get a chance to do it again. Let's see if Jackson gets a little bit of a shove. Yeah, just a little bit too much contact. Flag comes out as that ball was intended for Kevin Sylvester. Terrific athletic play going up and over top of the boards. So the Bucks trying to come away with one more defensive stop here. They've already had one 4th and goal stand. They've scored defensively in this game. And now they've got a chance to do it again. Mancinelli with Andino in the backfield. Andino gets the handoff and he's going nowhere. Stopped at the line, and the Bucks have done it again. The Bucks get a huge stop again. (34-7) is the lead. And that actually, after the penalty before, there's a first down reset, but it warrants mentioning. Andino still going nowhere. And a quick timeout with 13.9 seconds left. So they reset the downs on the pass interference call, give him a 1st and goal at the 1. That was a 3rd down play. But they get a fresh set of downs on that penalty. But they have not used the downs wisely. Vermont getting stop after stop defensively. And with just under 14 seconds left, trying to get another here. Chiefs took a timeout to stop the clock. And Dino in the backfield, quick rocket screen, and it's broken up. Oh, Lance Richardson sniffed that out and knocked it down. And now they're saying touchdown, Chiefs. No whistles after that ball hit the deck. And they're saying that that was a lateral, that pass went backwards and was still in play. So the Chiefs catch a break and score at the buzzer and have a chance to cut it back down to 20 if they can kick the PAT. Oh, the Bucks had everything going, and Lance Richardson nearly picked that off. As it was, he jarred it loose. But every one of the Bucks stopped after that, and good heads up by the Chiefs to not stop and get that thing into the end zone. Ciobia Camaro blocked. Picked up by the Bucks, and they're going to take it the other way. And we've got a flag down at the line. Illegal formation or motion on the Bucks.
It's your Vermont Bucks halftime show.
And we'll have to do the PAT again. Get a look at this as the Bucks came straight through and got the block. Kelvin Amparo was able to take it to the house, but it did not count for two, as there was an illegal formation or illegal motion on the Bucks, so we'll have to do the PAT again. PATs have been an adventure tonight. The first one we had this evening took forever before the Bucks finally were able to kick it through. Beyond Camaro. High snap. Beyond Camaro puts it through. 34-14 at the break. Halftime here. Except there's another flag. This time, it's another illegal motion. It's declined. And that'll do it here in the first half. Strong showing by the home team in front of the home crowd at Gutterson Fieldhouse, Heritage Ford Field. Bucks 34, Chiefs 14. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll talk to the commissioner of the league, Lawrence Fisher, next on nsnsports.net.
Let's hear it for this game so far. Connecticut 14, but your Vermont Bucks 34.
Okay, Burlington, let's show some love to our official Vermont Bucks dancers, the Dancing Dolls. Let's go, hit it, DJ.
You can hear me?
Crystal clear.
Beautiful. Welcome back to Gutterson Fieldhouse at Heritage Ford Field. Halftime of the inaugural game for the Vermont Bucks here in the Can-Am Indoor Football League. Rob Ryan on nsnsports.net, joined by the Commissioner of the League, Lawrence Fisher. Commissioner, what a great turnout so far and what a great atmosphere here for the Vermont Bucks. Talk to us a little bit about the league and about this first step in this inaugural game and what you've seen here at Gutterson Fieldhouse tonight.
This has been an exciting game for the fans especially. That's what the game is meant for. That's what arena ball was all for the fans. The grassroots of Pop Warner to what it is now, and the fans are getting a great game by the Bucks tonight as well. We want to try to bring the excitement back in wintertime. Right now, people are at home, spring break type thing, nothing going on. Hey, for the price of what they're paying for it, they're going to see an exciting game. They're going to bring it back to it's football. You can't go wrong with football.
Why Burlington, Vermont, as far as a team for this league? What makes this a good spot to put this particular brand out on the field for this community?
Vermont's always had some athletes, but when the country doesn't know about the athletes, this is a great opportunity for them to see these guys on film, in person, live. Some guys have actually played in the NFL in some of these teams. Well, now they get to see these guys live, bring the kids, sign some autographs, and have the opportunity to see a hero.
One of the reasons why this community embraces a team like the Vermont Lake Monsters is because of just that, the community, the kids, the way that they interact with the community. What do you expect from your teams in your league to be in and around their communities?
Exactly. It's all community-based. The owners are all guys within the community. Most of them are businessmen. These are sort of startups, but we're going to try to take the league to another level in the next coming years. We've had so many requests. I've got to go through and vet all these owners of the ones who want to come in our league and to see what the possibility could be to make more teams next year. We're looking at about 8 more teams next year.
Talk about the layout of the league right now. We take a look at the conference or the division that the Bucks are in. You've got a team just outside of Ontario. You've got 2 teams that are in the Niagara Falls area. You've got New Hampshire, of course, the Boston Blaze. What about the other side of it out west? What are the teams out there that we can expect to see later in the year or in the coming years?
Well, the team like Buffalo's already had success in the Arena League. They've got a great owner out there and a guy named John Augustine and Bob Gunther. These guys actually have a formula for success in that area. A team they're called, I believe, the Gladiators, and now they turn that into the Buffalo Blitz. So they have a formula for success and know what it's going to be. So it'll be the East versus West this year in our league in the championship, and then of course next year it'll be North versus South type thing. So that's some crossover games. The biggest thing right now, we're trying to make teams available for travel, and that's the biggest thing. So our next step is also a team in Montreal, right up the street. And people don't mind going to Montreal for the weekend from Vermont. Don't tell me you haven't gone there, brother. So there you go.
Lawrence Fisher is the commissioner of the Can-Am Indoor Football League. This is the first year of the Can-Am League. Now, obviously, when Tim brought the team here to Vermont, that wasn't the league that it was going to be. Some things happened right around the time the team was launched. Now it's all gathered back together. How did that all come together? And how is the strength of the league already with 2 completely different divisions all full?
One of the things we are very big on is communication. Okay, so we actually have an owners or board of governors call every Wednesday via video, so we can actually see each other, share in what's going on. We've got some great ownership in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Phil Cosentino, who's had success in Canada before. These are guys who know the game of football. They know what they're doing in regards to putting a team together and putting great product on the field, as you can see tonight by this game. The tryouts have gone successfully. The biggest thing is it's athletes, or gladiators I like to call them, on the field in an arena doing their best to do football in a 55-yard field.
It's been an interesting transformation. I do every men's and women's hockey game that's played in this building, and it's never, to my knowledge, been used for anything else outside of hockey. The transformation is unreal to walk into this building and not see the ice surface down and see this orange surface down. It's crazy to see for someone who's only here for ice hockey events, and it's amazing. Talk about the challenges that are for any city or arena that wants to put a team in like this. Talk about what are the challenges and how do they overcome them to get this down and ready here for tonight.
Oh, these people have been great. They've embraced football. They assisted in getting the field ready, the pads, the dasher boards. You've seen a lot of great hits on the sides. I mean, in hockey, that's against the wood, okay? In arena ball, we have the dasher pads and the boards, the softer cushions, because we don't want any injuries. In outdoor football, you have a running start. In arena ball, you only have 1 step. That's why the game is very big on skill. Now, of course, from here, if some guys wanted to, and people have seen the outdoor game up north in the CFL, and there it's a wider field. Same thing, same football game, but there you have guys getting injured. In arena ball, how many injuries have you seen tonight?
None.
There you go. And the reason being, these gladiators are only doing it by 1 step. It's like playing basketball, or even better, lacrosse. Now, just to sort of segue into this as well, lacrosse transforms their field into hockey arenas as well.
Yep.
And I can guarantee you that the way they play that game, it's all about skill, and that's what arena ball is too, is skill.
Commissioner of the Can-Am Indoor Football League is Lawrence Fisher. He joins us here at halftime on NSNSports.net as Tim Vaines and his team out to a 34-14 lead on the Connecticut Chiefs in their first ever game here. We wish you the best of luck with the league. We appreciate you stopping in for a couple of minutes. Is there anything else you want the fans out there to know as they embark here on a 4-game homestand? Anything else you want to tell them if they're out in the area and they want to come by?
Please tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors. If you want to see great fun football, bring the kids out and they will enjoy themselves. For the cost of a ticket, we're not asking you or begging you. We're telling you, you're going to see a great brand of football, and you are a good man. Thanks for having me on.
Commissioner Fisher, thank you so much. Good luck with the league. We appreciate you stopping by. 34-14 at the break. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll bring you the second half next on NSNSports.net. Welcome back to Heritage Ford Field inside Gutterson Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Vermont in Burlington, Vermont for the first ever Vermont Bucks Canadian American Indoor Football League game as they have a 34-14 lead on the Connecticut Chiefs at the half. It was a pleasure talking to Lawrence Fisher, the commissioner of the Can-Am Indoor Football League, and his thoughts not only on this game but also on the future of football here in Vermont. And it was a big half for the Bucks. 108 yards rushing, 4 of 7 passing for 38 yards and 2 touchdowns for Stephen Cologne. Mackey's got a touchdown. Eberhardt's got a touchdown for the Chiefs. And the big one of that first half, of course, Milton's own Jamie Holbrook picking up a fumble and walking it into the end zone. Holbrook had another huge sack on a 4th and goal stand for the Bucks as they have jumped out to a 34-14 lead. Rob Ryan, great to be with you. NSNSports.net. We will be here again next Saturday night as the Bucks are back home. All the live play-by-play for you. If you're in the greater Vermont, Plattsburgh area and can get here, do it. This is an amazing atmosphere. They've transformed Gutterson Fieldhouse into something that I really couldn't imagine in my head leading up to this. And until you walk in and see it, it's really kind of hard to wrap your brain around, but it has been tremendous. After deferring in the first half, the Chiefs will get the ball to start the second half. Ojala will kick it away to start. Irving Bryson is the head coach of this Bucks squad, and he's got to be delighted with the first 30 minutes of play. If you just want to know about the community standpoint, when Commissioner Fisher talked about being in the communities, was out this morning going to my day job and saw Coach Bryson on a game day out and about in the community on a St. Patrick's afternoon and morning, pounding the pavement, shaking hands, and just reaching out to the people in the community to try and come down and be a part of this. And this has been a good crowd. They've been loud. Every time someone gets put into the boards, this place pops. Every time the Bucks have a sack, this place pops. As Ojala steps into it, a much shorter kick this time, and it'll be returned. Taken by Easterling. Easterling avoids one tackle, gets out across the 20, and will start from the 21 for the Chiefs. The DJ is into it. There have been some technical issues, and there's been a little bit of pacing problem with the game. And I think that's more from the standpoint of everyone's first time doing this. And those things will iron themselves out, maybe even here by this third quarter. But as play has been happening, it has been wildly entertaining here for the Vermont Bucks and their fans. The Chiefs, Mancinelli under center. 3 down linemen, 1 running back, a quarterback, and 3 wide receivers is the set in indoor football. Mancinelli down the sideline, and it's off the fingertips of Easterling. Incomplete. Coverage and pressure put on by Jeff Ward. Ward and Richardson have had a terrific first half. Reggie Thomas has been great as well, but the defensive first half so far belongs to the hometown kid, Jamie Holbrook, a Milton native. Picked up a fumble and scored a touchdown, and also had a big 4th and goal line sack. Mancinelli, 2 receivers in motion, 1 to each side over the middle, and it's nearly picked off. Sharon Irwin stepping up to break it up for the Bucks. And that'll set up 3rd and 10. Bucks with a 20-point lead. 13 minutes left to play, third quarter. First possession of the second half for either team, and it goes to the Chiefs. And Dino in the backfield to the left of Mancinelli. Mancinelli back, looks to the near side and throws it too high. 4th and 10. Lucky Fan has a ball. That's a heck of a catch by that little girl. Mancinelli put a little oomph on that. Field goal try here. Franco Biancamaro will try from his own 15, actually be spotted at the 14. It's blocked in the air and loose, picked up by the Chiefs, but they are not going to get the yardage, as finally the big fella is brought down. Joe Thomas of the Chiefs got that one off the block and was going nowhere. Round and down. And a short field for the Bucks, who have done nothing but good things on offense. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line as time ticks away. 11:25 left to go on the running clock. 34-14. As Stephen Colon in the shotgun. On the run, 2 receivers on the right. Over the middle, has a man caught for a touchdown! Snellings! Jordan Snellings, his second touchdown catch of the game. And on their first play of the second half, the Bucks stick it in the end zone from 19 yards out. Doesn't get much better than that. Cologne has been terrific. And Snellings catches his second TD. PAT for Ojala. Good snap, good set, good kick. 41-14. But a flag down. So hold that. It's a penalty as we get a replay of the touchdown. Snellings just cuts across the middle, goes to the corner. Gets down low, beat Quan Lovett. And it's a quick 6 on the first play from scrimmage for the Bucks in the second half. Good crowd on hand. The kids are decked out in orange and they're loving it. And this is a great gap for this team to be playing in. It's prior to the baseball season over at Centennial Field with Vermont's only other professional team. And just after the hockey season for UVM, obviously you'd like to be watching the Catamounts tonight at TD Garden. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Men's basketball losing last night in the first round of the NCAA tournament. This kick will go to the end zone and be caught by Easterling. Easterling brings it out of the end zone and gets stacked up and dropped behind the 10-yard line. Getting there in a right quick hurry was Wesley Forio as he put the wood on the receiver, Easterling. And a long field now for the Chiefs, long as a 55-yard field can be. everything clicking right here tonight for the Bucks in their home debut. 41-14, Bucks in the lead. Long to the near sideline, reaching out and making a terrific interception is Jeff Ward. Ward on his feet to the 20, to the 15, dances to the 14, and the Bucks get it back on the first play after scoring a touchdown defensively. Another turnover for the Chiefs, as Jeff Ward just took it away from the receiver Easterling on the near sideline and then ran it back across midfield inside the 15. And that's just a dogfight for the ball. Easterling had it. Terrific placement by Mancinelli. That interception will go on his record. But that's probably a little unfair. What a terrific takeaway by Ward, who just stuck with the play even though contact was made with the board, stripped it away, and took it back inside the 15. So here go the Bucks with a chance to tack on another quick 6. Cologne, and a whistle prior to the snap. And it looks like the foul is going to be on the Bucks. And another timeout on the field. With 8:41 left to play, Bucks will have a 1st and 20 when we return to Heritage Ford Field at Gunderson Fieldhouse, the inaugural game of the Vermont Bucks, and it's going well. 41-14, they're in the lead on the Connecticut Chiefs on nsnsports.net. Ball at the 19-yard line for the Vermont Bucks. After the false start penalty, backed him up 10 yards. Cologne with Rowe on the left. Mackey to the right and Snelling. Snelling makes the catch along the sideline of the 14-yard line, and he'll be stopped there. Damian Jones on the tackle. Got a little help from Gene Johnson. So back to the original 10 yards. They got to get to about the 5-yard line. Ball spotted at the 13. Cologne looks left and talks to Brandon Rowe. Gives a little hand signal that direction. They're going to hand it off. Up the middle. Left side bouncing out was Goncalves. And he's just inside the 10 down to the 8. So 3rd down now. Cologne again from the shotgun. He's not operated under center in this game. Goncalves to the right side. In motion to the right, 2 wide receivers. Cologne steps up, looks to the end zone. Touchdown! Too much time, and Snellings has his 3rd TD of the game. High fives for everybody down the sideline by Jordan Snellings. And why not? Stephen Cologne able to shake loose and get to the left, find the lane, and Snelling's able to get open and get down to get that ball. A terrific reception. As Ojala for the extra point. High snap, placed down, a little bit of a stutter step. They've got to do it the hard way. Look into the end zone, and they'll just throw it away. Off the back plexiglass. Failed conversion there, but the Bucks still have a 47 spot on the board. 47-14, Bucks in the lead. As we get another look at that play. This is the great escape right here, the step up and shift to the left. And Snelling goes back from his right to his left. And very much on the same page as his quarterback, Snelling's able to reel it in after the nice move. And the Bucks right now are just playing some tremendous football. Another lucky fan picks up a football. (47-14), all Bucks all night. Ojala to kick it off from his goal line. 6:56 left to play in the third. Ojala with some troubles in the first half, kicking it out the back of the end zone, setting up a midfield start. He's been better here in the second half. This is a high end-over-end kick right at the goal line, taken by Easterling. Easterling out to the 15, breaks one tackle, dives across the 20 before being dragged down by Sharon Irwin. Chiefs to start with the ball at the 22-yard line, approaching midfield. Again, a happy St. Patrick's Day to you and yours. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and are going to continue to enjoy it when it's on a Friday night. Everyone in Gutterson Fieldhouse here at Heritage Ford Field having a good night so far. Bucks on top, 47-14. Mancinelli back to pass. Steps up into the pocket, got bumped, still in pursuit. He's tackled by Jordan Holbrook. Another sack for the big fella from Milton. He has been causing some issues here tonight for the Connecticut Chiefs, who just can't get the offense going. Holbrook and Lattimore have been terrific up front. And a timeout taken by the Connecticut Chiefs here, as they just can't get on the same offensive page. 5:02 left to play in the third quarter. NSNSports.net bringing you live coverage of indoor professional football from Gutterson Fieldhouse in Burlington, Vermont. The home team leads 47-14. Back with more after this. .502 left to play in the third quarter. Bucks all over the Chiefs, 47-14. Second down and 13 for the Chiefs. Mancinelli back to pass. Roams to the right, fires across, and it's intercepted! Another turnover Reggie Thomas down the sideline, finally knocked out of bounds into the wall for a stoppage of play. Third turnover of the game by the Chiefs. Oh, Bucks all the time. Reggie Thomas with the pick. The 10-yard line is where the Bucks will start from again, trying to put another 6 on the board. Get another look at that interception. Not sure where Mancinelli was going here. Threw into double coverage. And Thomas just stepped up and took it away before finally being forced out of play on the near sideline. 3 wide receivers split to the right. Goncalves also set to the right. 2 wide receivers come across to the left on a little shovel play. Goncalves avoids 1 tackle, got back to the line of scrimmage before being dragged down for a loss of 1. They'll actually set the ball right back forward momentum to the original line of scrimmage. 3:38. Left to go in the third quarter. Another timeout on the field. Bud Light webcam bringing you live action courtesy of NSNSports.net. Rob Ryan, great to be with you on this Friday St. Patrick's night. Bucky the Buck out on the field, and it's immediate timeout for a 50-50 raffle. And one thing the Bucks have done well here is get the crowd into it and keep the hype going. It was a little difficult at the start, had some technical issues with the public address system. After they resolved that during the starting lineups, things have been great. They've got a live DJ in the scorer's booth across the way where the scorer's box would be for hockey. The benches are in the end zones for the teams, and one of the great parts about this setup is the seating arrangements. You can have a standing room seat right along the wall that's in play. So there's a very good chance you could be met by a team or a horde of players from a team all in one fell heavy swoop, which adds a little bit of danger to the game, if you will. But Tim Vaines has to be very proud of what has been this inaugural night. A real good amount of fans in the house. The midsections basically between the end zones. Very good showing by the fans. General admission had a pretty decent walk up here today. And hopefully the word spreads and things will continue to grow. And if they continue to win, people might catch on a bit. 47-14 in the first game ever. Not bad. And we're only late in the third quarter. Cologne. Rowan Mackey to the right at the snap. They hit the line across the middle. Mackey diving, can't catch it. Tight coverage by Quan Lovett. Forced that ball wide and low. Mackey's got his jersey all jacked up. Gets a little help from his teammate Snellings. He's had good hands tonight, Snellings, not just 3 touchdown catches. But he also fixes jerseys too. Snellings still doing some tailoring on his teammate Devin Mackey. Irving Bryson stands just off the 20-yard line. Coaches are on the field. As Cologne in the shotgun. Some movement up front. It'll be an offside play. Free play and a touchdown. Snellings has 4. The Bucks can do what they want when they want. 53-14. the back foot on a free play with pressure. Snelling's got open in the end zone and just had to wait for it to land in his hands. Low snap. Ojala misses it wide to the left. Bad snap on the play, and he still went through and tried to kick it. Sean Chisholm is the backup quarterback and the holder for the Bucks. Just couldn't get that one down on a shaky snap. That came in on the side. There's a penalty, though. Did not see the marker come down. Difficult to see the penalty markers against the orange background. They're very similar in color, the yellow flag and the orange. They almost need like a bright blue flag. Or the old CFL darker red. But Ojala will get a chance to do this one again. Ojala, right-footed kicker. Paces off, gets his set. Chisholm looks for the high sign. Snaps a good one. Chisholm puts it down, and then it was doinked. I'm not sure Chisholm actually got that down well enough. Unsuccessful point after, 53-14 in favor of the Bucks here at Gutterson Fieldhouse. More impressive than the offense has been tonight. I think we'll see a lot of offense in the Can-Am Indoor Football League all season long. More impressive have been the defensive play of the Vermont Bucks tonight. They forced 3 turnovers, had a strip sack fumble for a touchdown recovery, 2 interceptions, a goal line stack, not once but twice. And they nearly stopped it a second time. They had a pass interference call that kept the drive going on a 3rd and goal. It reset the downs, and on 3rd and goal again, it's just a weird pitch play for the second touchdown for the Chiefs. As a high kick glances off Victor Stahlberg's banner, and that'll stop play. And they'll put it at the 25. We've already lost Amanda Pelkey's banner here tonight. We lost one light stanchion. No speaker's been affected. There will be some bumps in the road, no doubt about it, here at Gutterson Fieldhouse. New quarterback into the game for the Chiefs. Troy Brown under center. The lefty, first snap, fumbles it on the pitch back. Bucks pick it up and go into the end zone for a touchdown. Lance Richardson picks up the loose change and deposits it for 6. Not a stellar debut for Troy Brown. His first snap, he tried to go back and put it into the left hand, and he just dropped it. And the Bucks sniffed it out and stuck it in the end zone. 59-14. They got a chance to get 100. So Ojala for yet another PAT to put 60 on the board. New holder. And Ojala ganked it wide to the right. Irving Bryson having a chat with one of the Chiefs players. Just disaster striking as Lance Richardson sees a loose ball, picks up a loose ball, and scores with a loose ball. I think the Connecticut Chiefs right now are starting to have their tempers flare just a bit as they are getting a right proper whooping right now. Bucks coaching staff, I believe, letting their team know, if body language is an indication here, to simmer down and keep it on the field and not let it get to him. Ojala to kick it away once again. This time he doinks it off the light stanchion. We've already lost one of those tonight. By the end of the year, it'll be dim in here. Shaken, but not broken. This grand old barn of hockey seeing football for the first time, and it's going to take a little getting used to for the old girl. One of the great arenas for college hockey, Al Gutterson Fieldhouse. If you've never seen a game here, you should definitely check it out once hockey season returns next year for the Catamounts. So Troy Brown going to try this quarterback thing again as he's under center. Takes the snap, backs up. Brown ducks to the near side, will try and run, met by Richardson and then finished off with a heavy hit by Kelvin Amparo. So Richardson stacked him up, Amparo finished him off. Amparo listed on the offensive side of the ball, playing some defense here. As players will go both ways in indoor football. 59-14, winding down to the final minute 10 of this third quarter. Rob Ryan, NSNSports.net. Debut for the Vermont Bucks, and it's been a beaut. Brown dropped the ball again. Loose on the ground, and Brown's able to recover, and he needs some stickum. Brown's having trouble with the grip right now, and I'm just not sure how you solve that problem if you're the coach. So Brown gets the play from Carl Bond, the head coach of the Chiefs. And Dino shifts to the right side of Brown, and he bobbles the snap again. On the ground, picked up. And I'm not sure how long we can continue with this if you're the Chiefs. End of the third quarter, all Bucks all the time. 59-14, back with the fourth after this on NSNSports.net. Back at Gutterson Fieldhouse, a walk through the crowd behind the scenes, all around. Just inside the glass of the ice hockey arena is where about 5 foot of space for fans to stand and watch the game, and it is a trip to be in those seats. You are in the action. 4th down here for the Chiefs. And Brown's going to get the hook after some shaky fumbling. Not able to hold on to the football. It looks like it'll be Keyshawn Brantley taking the snaps here. Oh, check that. Actually, Dino Mancinelli is back in the game for the Chiefs. So Mancinelli has had a rough go of it here, but he is back in there as Troy Brown came in and fumbled 4 times in 6 plays. Mancinelli back to pass. Looking, right side, throws a duck. May have been tipped the line. And it's a turnover on downs, and the Bucks will take it. At the 23-yard line. Follow along at nsnsports.net on Twitter. Rob Ryan 03. Vermont Bucks. All the Twitter handles you can handle. Live sports streaming all the time. Archive games as well. nsnsports.net. And don't forget to check out vermontbucks.com to find out when you can get your tickets for the next home game next Saturday night right here at Gutterson Fieldhouse and Heritage Ford Field. Back on offense once again. Pitch to the left side. Up the middle and then cut out to the right is Goncalves, and he once again collects big yardage. 8-yard gain on the play. Sets up a 2nd and 2. Second and 2. 2 minutes deep into the 4th quarter. Bucks driving from left to right after picking up another turnover on downs. Left side. Snellings makes the catch, bounces to the outside and walks into the end zone. Touchdown! Jordan Snellings, 5 touchdowns. And unfortunately shaken up on the play.
There's your Green Mountain Harley Davidson touchdown for the Vermont Bucks.
Snellings looks to have injured his right leg on the play. He had a cutback, kind of got his own hands on the wall. And the rules are you can touch the wall, but if you're put into the wall by a defender, that's when play stops. The only time that you stop play is if you put the ball over top of the dasher board. So if you want to give yourself up, as we saw earlier, the quarterback, Stephen Cologne, stuck the ball out over top to try and get a whistle and stop play, and he got drilled anyway. But Snellings is up on his own power being helped off. Let's take the play again. It's a nice little rocket screen play. Snellings stops and steps back behind Mackey, and then Mackey forces the defender to the inside. Snellings goes to the outside, and right at the end there, he got tripped up diving into the end zone. Looks like he may have tweaked that knee a bit. He is now walking under his own power, which is good news for the Bucks because he's been an explosive player here tonight. He's got 5 touchdowns. 65-14. And it looks like they were calling for 2 at first, but now they're going to go for 1. Ojala out to make the PAT kick. Chisholm is not doing the holding anymore. That'll be up to Stephen Cologne now, the starting quarterback. Cologne waits the signal from Ojala. He's ready. It's down, it's up, and it is good. 66-14. How you doing? All Bucks all the time, their dance team. They've been ready for weeks prepping. You can check out a lot of great footage from Heritage Ford if you go to vermontbucks.com. They've got a lot of behind-the-scenes action, videos of tryouts going back deep into the winter and last spring. And finally, the day of kickoff is here, and the Bucks have not disappointed as they've put up 66 points, and more impressively have held the Chiefs to just 14. (66-14). As we get ready for Ojala's kick. High kick, avoids the banners, caught 5 yards deep in the end zone. Taken out to the 15 by Eberhardt before being taken down. Not a bad debut for the Vermont Bucks. Tim Vaines has to be very happy with not only the turnout here at Gutterson Fieldhouse tonight, but also by the performance of his team on the field. That'll keep the fans coming back for more. We had chatted a long while back. Got lunch together when we talked about potentially doing live video streaming and play-by-play needs and things like that. And his vision of what he wanted was hard to envision to an outsider, but he has kind of got it spot on to what he was talking about here. The field looks great. The arena transformation has been tremendous. As Mancinelli throws to the near side, caught for an 11-yard gain. Picking up the first down, Kevin Sylvester.
There's your Heritage Ford first down.
Ekstrom to the near side, far side Easterling and Sylvester. They're in motion. Mancinelli back, looks to the right, throws, and it's off the fingertips, and then finally off the top of the wall and out of bounds as Mancinelli nearly threw another pick there. Bucks have been flying here. You take a look at the side walls here and see all the sponsorships, and Tim didn't have a lot of time to put this together last spring when it was announced by UVM and the ownership group here that this was all going to come together, but it has been a tremendous debut and a great showing. You hope a lot of these fans that have come out here tonight will be right back here tomorrow or next Saturday. As Easterling hits the line on a dead sprint. Mancinelli back to pass, pump fakes once, now has Easterling in the end zone, blocked away. Terrific defensive play by Jeff Ward. Ward, Richardson, and Reggie Thomas have had a tremendous night tonight. And Jamie Holbrook's been great as well. As this defense just keeps churning out play after play. Mancinelli. As Sylvester hits the line in motion, deep down the left sideline and well out of play. Taylor Ekstrom up over top of the boards. .9:20 left to play, fourth quarter. Flag down, back by the line of scrimmage. We'll see what this is. on the Bucks, as well as an illegal motion by the Bucks. So the roughing the quarterback penalty is the one they'll take. That'll be a first down and goal to go from the 9-yard line now for the Chiefs. And a whistle, stopping play. As we have reached a media timeout on the field. 66-14, Bucks in the lead on NSNSports.net.
Okay, Burlington, let's hear one more time for your Vermont Bucks. Keep it going while they get their spots, folks.
We are back at Heritage Ford Field inside Gutterson Fieldhouse on the University of Vermont's campus. The transformation complete from hockey to football for the very first Vermont Bucks professional football game indoors. And it has been a good one, as the Bucks have a 66-14 lead on the Connecticut Chiefs. An in-division game, as we spoke with Lawrence Fisher, the commissioner of the league. It'll be an East versus West championship, the winners of the divisions, and good start for the Bucks, as they're going to put one in the win column here, barring, as my old colleague from college used to say, divine intervention. Credit to Jeff Hickman on that one. 7.5 minutes left to go. There was an illegal hands on the Bucks here, so it'll be first and goal to go from the 4 now. Mancinelli once again under center. Eckford in motion, handoff to Andino. Andino driving forward, dragged down at the 1-yard line, a gain of 3. Second and goal to go. Bucks defense has been strong tonight. They have turned aside a couple of different goal line situations. They've been hurt by penalties inside the 5-yard line. A pass interference call, this time the illegal hands to the face. Handoff again up the middle, going nowhere. Into the end zone, touchdown. Looked like that was stopped dead at the line. Andino was able to kind of bounce off it and keep churning into the end zone. Andino's got another score. And the Chiefs pull to within 66-20. I did not see Andino sneak through the line. I actually thought the Bucks had that pretty well sniffed out. Good job by Andino to stay low and stay up. Biancamaro now for the point after. Bad snap. Biancamaro yanks it wide left. And we have a flag. When you watch an NFL game, as we get a look at the touchdown once again, Andino takes the draw right here. It looked like he was stacked up and stopped, but he just kept pushing forward and was able to walk into the end zone. But back to the point, I feel like, you know, you watch any NFL game and there's a kickoff and there's invariably holding or illegal block in the back on every single kickoff in the NFL. I feel like every point after we've had a flag here tonight. Just one of the quirks is this one's good. So on the second opportunity, Biancamaro able to put it through the uprights. 66-21 now. Bucks still in the lead. Good fun here tonight at Gutterson Fieldhouse. Get your tickets for next week's game Saturday. Shot of the crowd after 66 points. It's exhausting to watch the team score this much. Ontario Niagara Spartans next week, 7:05 kick. Get your tickets at vermontbucks.com or from the UVM box office. 1-866-CAT-TICKS. And come on out and join the fun. Biancamaro catches the light stanchion. Friday, March 31st, the New Hampshire Brigade in town at 7:05, and then Saturday, April 8th to round out this opening four-pack of games to start the season. On the road on April 15th against the Rochester Kings. Back at home for a non-league game against the Cap City Bulls on April 22nd. Back on offense for the Bucks and one of the Connecticut Chiefs players. Kieran Hutchinson tried to sneak into the Bucks huddle. He was tossed out quickly. New quarterback into the game, Sean Chisholm will take over. Chisholm looks left and right. Working from the shotgun, standing at the 20. Hands the ball off. Quick tackle, going nowhere. Tyrell Brown on the carry, wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. Four minutes left to play. And a stoppage of the clock for a timeout on the field. Bucks lead 66-21 on NSNSports.net. Back after the final 4-minute timeout to wind down the inaugural game for the Vermont Bucks. Sean Chisholm set to take the snap from the shotgun. Two wide receivers to his left approach the line, full sprint. Chisholm takes, looks deep down the middle, has a man wide open, touchdown! Bucks are on the board again. Terrific catch by Wesley Forio. Forio started on the left side and came across the middle. And a great catch by Forio, and once again the Bucks are on the board with another 6. 72-21. Extra point is good. Up over top of the uprights. Another point on the board for 7. 73-21. Bucks in the lead. It'll be a long ride back to Connecticut for these Chiefs tonight, or tomorrow, depending on when they're leaving. But they have given up some long opportunities down the middle. Irving Bryson's team will have a good night tonight, as their debut has been a success. 2:35 left to play. 73-21, Bucks in the lead. High kick. Goes off the backboard and stays in play. Has to be brought out by Easterling. Easterling up the sideline, dragged down at the 19-yard line after getting some good yardage. Easterling was letting that one go to get out of bounds, and it ended up clanging off the end wall and stayed in play. You know, look at this kick. This is exactly where you want it if you're Ojala. After having struggles early in the first half, this time he puts it off the end wall instead of over it. But Easterling with a nice pickup. Gets out to the 19-yard line. That's where the Chiefs will start on offense. Mancinelli back in the game, took out one series. Troy Brown came in and just couldn't get a grip on the football. Mancinelli back to pass, chopped down low and taken out, sacked in the backfield. Calvin Amparo breaking through. Went right into the back of the legs of Mancinelli. One minute left to play. Mancinelli gets the play from his coach. Easterling in motion. Hand off to Andino up the middle. He's stacked up and dropped by the Bucks D. Inside the final minute of play here from Gutterson Fieldhouse and Heritage Ford Field. 73-21 Bucks. Rolling up Connecticut in their debut here tonight in the Can-Am Indoor Football League. It has been a pleasure to bring you this action here tonight as the crowd rises to its feet. standing ovation for the home team Bucks as they win tonight by a final of 73-21 over the Connecticut Chiefs. Football indoors, a success. And a victory for the Bucks. Five touchdown catches tonight for Jordan Snellings, and you hope he's okay. He left the game after his last touchdown with what looks like a leg injury. And the Bucks will be back here next Saturday night as they get set to take on Niagara Falls in a game at 7:05. If you can get a ticket to the game, come out and see the Vermont Bucks in action next week. Ontario Niagara Spartans are in town. If you can't make it to the game, we'll have all the live play-by-play. Follow along at home, Vermont Bucks on Twitter, Rob Ryan03 on Twitter as well, and NSN Sports on Twitter as well. Irving Bryson successful in his first game here at home as the Bucks win 73-21. For the cast and crew of NSNSports.net, I'm Rob Ryan. Until next week at 7:05, have a great St. Patrick's Day, everybody.